if one of you forgot something in the hotel, that's the last chance to pick it back, because thanks God Rachel with us today, and one of us already forgot something, so she's going to the Golden Beach anyway.
Lindsay.
What are you, the Golden Beach? So, if you forgot something, think twice and 3 times and make sure that you haven't forgot anything. If you did, let me know. Welcome to Jaffa, and thank you. Do you have any idea? Do you hear me back there? Thank you. Not really? I just hate that, and I cannot speak louder than that. Thanks God, sometimes I have my red lines and I'm not telling you everything that crosses my mind. So, do you have any idea what is the oldest archaeological site in the state? In the United States of America.
The United States?
Which one is the most ancient one? The most older one?
In the U.S. Nazi tribe in Arizona.
Yeah.
How old is it?
It's pretty old.
Pretty old.
Years old? Really old?
It's like 1,500 years old.
1,500 years old.
In the
Really
Grand
old.
Canyon, there's 2,000-year-old.
2,000 years old.
Yeah.
Well, I promise you that if you dig in Israel, almost everywhere, you'll get to at least 5,000 years old ruins. And actually, in my last group, I have an archaeology. She didn't knew which one is the oldest, but she spoke about the same amount of years that you were talking about. 2,000 years, 1,500 years. The ruins, which are not so beautiful right behind me, are from the 12th and the 13th century before BC. Okay? And that's not even the beginning. If you dig down below them, you'll get to much older period, and this makes sense. Do you remember when we spoke about the special location of Israel between the 3 continents and all the unique condition? People used to live here from years ago, and actually the first cities in the world have been created here in Israel. There's an argument between the experts, which one is the oldest, Jerusalem or Jericho? There are a few things that it's Banias up in the north, but it's one of those. And most of the cities start to be created something like 4,000 or 5,000 years ago, and Jaffa is definitely one of them. Why do you think people want to build a city over here and not, I don't know, in Malkiya, the kibbutz we've been to, besides the weather differences? Talk to me, why people...
It's by the ocean.
Exactly. Where do you have ocean, Mr. Justin? Estate. This is sea. But well done. First reason, the Mediterranean Sea, 2 minutes walk from here, okay? So we can import, export, fish, yada, yada, yada. Another reason, what I'm looking for 4,000 years ago, if I'm looking for a place to live in. Water. Thank you very much. Second, and next time it's going to your mouth, so you will not give me more answers. Do you remember the high aquifer? We spoke about it a moment ago. So people can drink, people can pipe, people can use the water, and it's something that is unique. The third reason gonna be this hill, so I can defend myself. Okay? So this is why people came over here and live in Jaffa since 4,000 years ago. The ruins that we see behind me, which is from the Egyptian period, something like the 12th, 13th century BC. By the way, they found the gate of the city that you see over here. Over here, of course, it's a replica. Disgusting one, to my opinion. The original is in the Israeli Museum in Jerusalem. Because they haven't found the roof or the ceiling of the gate, they put this silver metal on it, which is also disgusting, to my opinion. Did I say the word disgusting too many times? But they found exactly this gate, and it's in the Israeli Museum. And the story of the Egyptian period in Jaffa is pretty interesting because we found on the story in Egypt, and the story tells that the Egyptians came over here to this land and they tried to take over the place, but Jaffa used to be surrounded by a wall and it was very hard to attack it. And then the defense minister of the Egyptian king, whatever you want to call him, came to the king and told him, hey, I have a suggestion how to take over Jaffa. Give me your, how do you call what the king have?
There are 2 cats killing each other.
Scepter?
Where?
Give me that. The stick. We'll call it the stick. We're going to call it the stick. The golden stick.
Oh, yeah.
Give me your golden stick. It's their mind. It's not me. I just said a word. I don't know. My English is not good enough. Give me your golden stick and give me 400 sacks. Sacks, not sex. Sack. Sack.
Sacks.
Yeah, and I'm done. So he said, okay, no problem. He gave him 400 sacks and golden stick. And this man put in 200 sacks, he put soldiers, hide them in those sacks, and then he put weapons, sword, and stuff like that in the other 200 sacks, and they knock on the gate of the wall of Jaffa. The people in Jaffa asked him, who are you? He said, I'm the minister of defense of the Egyptian king, and I want to cheat him. I want to join you because you're so strong, you're so good city. I want to join you. And I also brought you for a present 400 sacks full with money and stuff like that. They made a mistake. They opened the door, and he brought inside all those sacks. And then guess, he took over the place, opened the gate, and all the Egyptian army get in it. I forgot to say, of course, the important part is that he showed them the golden stick as a proof that he's killed the king and is now the ruled actually the Egyptian army. The moment he got in, he changed his mind, opened the gate, end of story. Why I'm telling you that it's not such a great story, but most of the experts think that this is the base to the story of the Trojan horse of the Greeks, because that story is much older than the Greek story. They probably took it from here. We cannot prove it, but it's an option. Question? Let's go to the place where you're all gonna behave like Japanese. Come on.